Operation Light Force was something that the Lord led me to as I became desperate for more things of God. As I became awakened and my spirit became born again, I would say, and I was bound in a lot of different areas. And I began to seek the Lord and began to realize that my current state of living wasn't what I wanted it to be, and I didn't want to be bound in chains anymore. And so as I began to seek different things in the community, as I asked the Lord to lead me to people who could teach me about freedom, the Lord, through a series of events, led me to a meeting with Richard. And the significant thing, the testimony that I want to share, is freedom from emotional bondage. I had, through a series of hurts and pains and wounds in the past as I was growing up, I had shut down emotionally. And I had decided that I wasn't going to feel anymore because feelings were too painful and too hurtful, and I seemed to be getting hurt a lot. So I had shut down emotionally. When you say things like that, it kills your emotions. I mean, it makes a wall come up, and I didn't have the ability to access deep emotions. The only thing that I seemed to be able to access easily was anger. That wasn't very hard for me. But as far as sadness, real sadness, and being able to connect intimately with another human being, that didn't seem to be going very well. And since I had said those words, or since I had made the decision, there had been some significant pain in my life, and I had begun to wonder why I wasn't reacting the way I knew I should, why I wasn't able to touch those emotions or break through the walls. And I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know what to do. So when I went in for my first ministry session with Richard, the Lord spoke some wisdom to him, and the Lord began to speak to me and told me what I needed to do. And when I did that, it was like an emotional dam burst inside of me, and I began to feel waves of emotion coming back and coursing through me and bringing life back into areas that had been previously dead and barren and dry. The Lord began to water my soul again, and I began to feel for what felt like the very first time ever. And it was just amazing as the Lord poured out these emotions. And I think this is so significant because as time went on past that, I run into many different people who have significant difficulty accessing emotions. And I know that God freed me from that. And so I know that God can do the same thing for others. And so it was a powerful testimony for me. And so I think that can be encouraging to others who may be watching this, say their spouses don't seem to be able to connect intimately. God can heal that. God can tear down the walls. God can restore emotions. And so that can be very significant in your lives. When you have a prayer minister or a couple of prayer ministers in the same room who are tuned in to the Holy Spirit and can hear the Holy Spirit, that's a powerful thing, because the person that they may be counseling with or leading through ministry may not have the tools to hear the Lord, or may not understand that the Lord still speaks. So my breakthrough came. God is responsible for my breakthrough, but the prayer ministers that were in the room with me, Richard and whoever else was there, they were vessels of God, and they were able to hear the Lord in the direction that the Holy Spirit wanted to take me in. And so they were vessels, facilitators of the Holy Spirit moving in my life.